Guys, I was in Academy Sports. We were building a bug out bag and I came across this little SOL Scout Survival Kit. It has a lot of cool items in here. We're going to take a look at it and see what they have. SOL typically puts together some really quality stuff. And so we're going to check it out. Maybe we need to add some things, or maybe this is complete, and we're going to check that out as well. All right, guys, the SOL for Survive Outdoors Longer Scout Survival Kit. This is pretty cool. I like the way this is set up. We're going to look at the contents, and if we need to, what do we need to add? Is it standalone? Is this good to go? One thing about SOL kits is they're typically pretty well thought out. It's very minimal, and there are options that are better, but they're bigger, or they're more complex, or they can get very expensive. So this gives you just your basics with a pretty decent kit. What I really like is this is in kind of a dry sack, and we'll look at that in a sec. But here we have what it does. It makes shelter. You can start a fire. You have signal rescuers, and then you can find your way. And then on the back, it goes through each of the items that are in there. Pretty cool. Just the cardboard itself, it's ready to go. This will be great in a pocket, great in your car. You could throw this in the glove box, and obviously it can go good in a pack. So first off, we have a little latch here, just press from the back. Typically there's a little zip tie that's holding that, and I took it off. And one thing I like is that this, like the dry sack, it just opens up. We have a translucent cover here, and it's just actually a sleeve. This seals this down. And there's ripstop material on the back. So this is actually going to be pretty durable and should be waterproof. So we're just going to pull out the contents, at least the first part, and we have a fire starter. Now this is just a striker, it's a micro striker, and it actually has a little rubberized coating here for you to get a good grip on it. And there we go, we got a little spark. We don't need a whole lot because of these tender tabs, and these will burn for a long time, and you can actually break them up. It's not just 4 fires we have to worry about. We're going to demonstrate this, and we'll take it out and show you how it works. But this just opens up, and you get the fibers kind of open, and then you can strike it with your striker, and you'll have fire. Tinder is vital for fire starting. Yes, you can make a small bird's nest, but it takes a lot longer, and with something like this, it's really going to take a long time. So we have fire. Let's look. Next, we have a compass. Now, I think originally I saw some of the older kits, they were a little small button compass, but this gives you a more advanced compass, and guys, it's spot on. And really, this will just help you to find your way. I highly recommend learning how to use a compass. It'll really get you going a lot better. But even knowing a general direction will keep you from going in circles. Then we have some other stuff in here. We have some duct tape. And this actually looks like a pretty good bit, maybe about 10 feet, maybe less, maybe 5 feet. But this is sealed up, and so this is going to give you a lot of options. Duct tape, you can repair things. You can even seal different items. You could attach gear to a pack. Duct tape's just universal, and it's a big option to have. Then we have a survival whistle, and this is just a very lightweight whistle, and we're going to check it out. Yeah, it's loud. We can tie on a lanyard if we want, and then we can have this around our neck. Especially if you're like stranded somewhere in the wilderness, bear country, or you just need to signal someone, you can blow this whistle. And then we have a signal mirror, which, guys, this is something that is just excellent to have. There's a film, you remove it. You actually take the mirror and point it toward what you're wanting, like if a helicopter's going by or an airplane, and you look through the hole in the back, and it even has instructions on it. And then you can hit this on the sun, and it reflects, and then they see this down there wherever they're on the ground, or if you're even on the ground and you have rescuers, you can signal them with the mirror. Plus, a mirror is great to be able to look and check if you're wounded, especially if you have cuts on your face or something, you can look and check that out. So a mirror has multiple purposes. And then we have a small little fishing kit, which I think is really great. But there's also a sewing kit in here. So safety pins, I love that because safety pins are so useful. We have a nice sturdy needle. And we have a fishing kit here with a little bit of line. So you can either use this for repair, or you can use it as a fishing kit. There's some swivels and some hooks. We'll go ahead and pull them out. And they're smaller hooks, so you can catch smaller fish. there may not be an area with larger fish. So I like to have those smaller hooks. A couple of weights, and of course we have our line. And there's our swivel. So nice little fishing kit. And then, last but not least, is our space blanket. And this is just excellent. This is a more heavy-duty space blanket than a lot of those that you see that are just Mylar, which are very thin. And with this material, actually, you can use this over and over. Now, I'm not going to unfold it because it'll be a nightmare to get it back in. One thing, though, that I did see on the packaging is if you want refills, you can get refills for this kit. So let's say you use up your fishing kit, you can order a refill. But obviously you could go to the sporting goods store and get it. But a lot of these items, again, you can get them refilled. And what this does, it keeps your body temperature at a good level. And it has the Mylar, you can see it coming through. And you wrap up with this. It gives you that blaze orange so they can see you from a distance. And you can use this as a signal. You could use this as a windbreak. You could use it as a poncho to keep you out of the rain. I like this. This is a pretty extensive kit. There are a few things that I think we could fit in the kit, and that is really, I want to keep it this same size, but what are some things that we can add? First off is a knife, some kind of blade. This is a really small, thin little blade. This was actually from Obi, and there are a number of these options out there, even small razors. But having a way to, you could even process some sticks and twigs and get a better fire going with some tinder using the tinder tabs. There are just so many uses for a knife, and you really should have an EDC knife with you. But if for some reason you don't, or like they say, 2 is 1, 1 is none, so you have an extra. In place of that is possibly a multi-tool, just like this little Leatherman Squirt. It's tiny, and yet it gives you a little pair of pliers, knife, and a number of other tools on here to be able to use. And it's really small, so this could possibly fit in the kit, and we'll kind of leave it because it's going to have a little bit more width to it. We don't have any other cordage except for this line, and cordage is vital. And here we have 4 feet of bank line. Now, a lot of times I use paracord, but it's bigger, it's thicker, and bank line is really strong, and you can get it waxed or unwaxed. This, again, really small, so I can just wrap it up, and it'll slip hopefully down into the kit. We don't have any water purification, and water purification is vital. That is something that you need, and this is these aqua tabs, and so we can use this to be able to treat water and drink it. Guys, you can only live 3 days without water. This is going to be a vital option. Your fire, keeping you warm, your space blanket, those things are going to keep you from hypothermia. And then, of course, you have your signaling, but water is right there with it. And so these little aqua tabs are small, they can fold up, and this makes a great option, and I know we can get this in there. As far as container, now you could probably use this to put water in and to treat it. It's not going to be very big, but definitely it is somewhat of a container. So I'm going to give them a plus for that. But I would slip in a Ziploc bag, a little bit large one, but something that you could just fold up, slip in, and then if you needed to, you could fill this with water, and then you can treat it, the aqua tabs, and then you'll have drinking water. Now, one thing about aqua tabs or any kind of water purification is you're not getting rid of the debris, you're not getting rid of the smell or the taste, but it will make it safe to drink. So you can fill this up, use this, or if you need it for another reason, there you go. I think that actually completes it as far as for a basic survival kit. Obviously, you know, you can, sky's the limit, you can do all kind of things all the way up to a bug out bag. But we're looking for just basic survival. Now, you should always test out your gear, especially when it comes to fire starter. This little tinder, it's really hard. Some of the tinder tabs are a little bit more soft, but you'll notice that it's fibrous, and it has some kind of accelerant, feels like some kind of wax material on it, and which is flammable. So you want to make sure you get this really broken up, and you could possibly do this with a knife, but if you don't have a knife, you just want to peel this away. Again, you're going to have to get a really good area because this spark is really small. That should be able to do it right there, and we're going to hold it, just see if we can get it to light. Now imagine yourself in a survival situation and you're trying to get this to light. There we go. Okay, we got it lit. It did take a little extra time. So while this is going to do it, and you're going to be able to create a fire, this is really going to be just basic survival. There it goes. It's coming back. And again, these will light for a good long time. So I really like these. Striker is going to be marginal, but you can do it. One thing about a lighter that's out of lighter fluid, you can actually use the Striker for that as well. So don't throw it away. Guys, when it comes to fire, it is essential to survival, and having a good fire kit and knowing how to use it is vital for survival situations. And Exotac makes the best fire starters on the market. Made in the USA, down in Winder, Georgia. Using really high-grade aluminum, they machine some really beautiful handles, a lot of different features, replaceable ferro rods, and a number of other different fire starting tools. You get 20% off using Suits20 with the link down below in the description. And a big thank you to Exotac for sponsoring today's video. So guys, the SOL Scout Survival Kit is a pretty cool little option. Adding a few things just gives you a better chance, but having this, if you have nothing else, is definitely going to give you more options. And again, we'll have an Amazon link. It'll take you directly to it if you're interested, but these are great. And again, you can put them in your pack, you can throw them in your car, you can put them in your pocket, and you can have the essential survival items you need. And guys, it'll just give you a fighting chance. So be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. It's not always like the bomb of the bomb of the bomb of the bomb. Bomb of the bomb. But even if you don't, this is a small pocket survival kit that just fits in your pocket. No kidding. Stuff in there is marginal, and yeah. Having this near you on your person could be the difference between life or death. Okay, I'll say that. It has instructions in what we have. Well, it has a lot of it. Okay. It has. All it needs to do is create a spark, and there it goes. Okay. That just sucks what it did. To have a better day. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.